welcome back to episode number 46 of our FC 26 career mode here with Bolton Wanderers. We are unbeaten at the early stages of the new season here. 12 games unbeaten, 8 of those coming in the Premier League. We're top of the league right now. Just the points though behind second place Liverpool and third place Manchester City. It's much closer this season, isn't it? Only 4 points separating the top 4 there. We've got Burnley, who lost 6-1 to Newcastle not so long ago. We've got Derby County in the Carabao Cup. We have got league game against Nottingham Forest. We've got Raul in the Champions League. And we will finish today's episode against Arsenal in the Premier League. Some tough games coming up for us in today's episode. But without further ado, let's go into the first one here. Come on, the Trotters. And with 8 games unbeaten so far in the Premier League, we're going into this one looking to make it 9 games unbeaten and a tough more against Burnley. Football is a strange sport, isn't it? You look at Newcastle, look at the height of Isaac Toure, by the way, it's ridiculous. But you look at Newcastle putting 6 past them, you would think we can score a few goals against them given the sort of form that we have been in right now. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. I'm sure Burnley will be much more prepared going into this game. McPherson starts this one in that centre defensive midfield position, by the way. If we're going to give him game times in the league, this is one of those teams where we can afford to do so without disrupting the rhythm of the team too much. I mean, we can get an early start here. That will be nicely welcomed back to Isaac Toure. That's lovely there from Sigor into Nelson Viper, back to McPherson. There's no space to go out wide on the right-hand side, which I was looking to do. Looks like one of those games where, given how Burnley have started, 2 banks of 4, we might have to be very patient. McPherson plays in Nelson Viper. And that's his 8th goal of the Premier League season, which is incredible at the very start of the season. But that's a clever little ball there from McPherson. Look at that. He gets 1 more assist to his name. But what about that one for the finish though? Smash it as hard as you can. It's his 7th goal rather in 9 Premier League games. What a start to the season, man. Nelson Viper is having, but we scored an early goal in this game and we haven't quite made anything out of it to go on to score a lot more in this game. It's 87 minutes. It's been one of those games where, you know, Burnley have defended with 2 banks of 4. We found it so difficult to try and break them down. Even after scoring an early goal, it's looking like it's going to be a 1-0 victory for us, isn't it? If we can just try and hold on to that scoreline here. But that's a good ball to Nelson Viper. The space all of a sudden opens out wide to Lloyd Yandel. Oh, that's excellently defended there by the left back. Just getting back in time before we could pull the trigger. But it's a 1-0 victory. Early goal in the first half was enough to get the job done for us. I knew Burnley would be much more prepared. Just because Newcastle put 6 past them doesn't always mean you will score more than you will score a lot of goals against them, if you know what I mean. It was much more difficult. I did anticipate a difficult game, but McPherson, another brilliant game for the youngster, an assist to his name. And up next here for us, it's Derby County in the Carabao Cup and the EFL Cup, whatever you call it these days. You've got here Corey Blackett-Taylor, who's having a good season in this competition for Derby County. We did have him here briefly, and I didn't get to use him because he would have been on loan when Bolton Wanderers was in League One, and then when we took over in the Championship, his loan move would have came to an end and he would have gone to Derby County. So we didn't get to use him, if you know what I mean. But he's a player that has played for Derby, or for Bolton Wanderers in the past, I should say. But McPherson starts this game for us again. Back-to-back games for the youngster. I mean, if we want to keep on giving him game time, these are the sort of games where you can give him that experience. He gets better with this sort of games. But you know what though? I have been hugely impressed. Even in some of the big games that he's played for us, or when he's come off the bench, he's not let us down at all. He's not the quickest of midfielders, but what he does well is he seems to have that ability to be at the right place at the right time. McPherson plays in Morgan with the 10, and Morgan with the finish. Just back-to-back assists for the young man. Incredible. I mean, it's not been spectacular assist. It's just been at the right place at the right time and just playing the sort of pass you'd expect a midfielder at this level to be able to make. But nice turn there from him. Finds Morgan. The turn from Morgan is even better. And he gets our first one earlier on in this game. I mean, 2 games now we've had early starts in the last 2 games. It's good to see though, because when you score these early goals, it means you can relax a little bit. Maybe not that time. Possession sloppily gave away. Black and Taylor has been in a good form in this competition. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. We can't have been asking 1 or 2 questions here. That was close to giving away penalty there. He just pulled back from that tackle a little bit. But space here on the attack. And look at the space for Wang Yidong. Surely he makes it 2-0 here. And he does make it 2-0 for us. 32 minutes. Derby County going all out to try and get the equaliser. I'm surprised they've given us that much space. And Wang Yidong, with his quality, with his pace, you were never catching him as soon as he got to the end of that one. The finish as well was never in doubt. Look at the space. The 2 defenders there, just so much space. I cannot believe how easy it's been at times for us in this game. I mean, Derby County have offered more threats going forward compared to Burnley, who we faced in the last game. What a tackle that was from the youngster. Another youth academy player at the start of this game, Fox, playing in that centre-back position. What a tackle that was from him. Otherwise, Derby County could have maybe pulled one back just before the end of the first half there. I mean, substitutions here to freshen up the team. Sam Dolby coming on, replacing Wang Yidong up front for us. I mean, Sam Dolby, I've said a lot about him in the past. It's a shame, though, that, you know, he doesn't have that quality to be a starting striker or maybe even a second-choice striker. But when he plays, he's still got the quality to score goals. Big opportunity there for Sam Dolby. He's just so good in and around the box, isn't he? Unfortunately, though, that time, he couldn't find the target. I mean, I'm sure if we keep giving him games from now to the end of the season, he will score a few goals for us, Sam Dolby. But that is the end of the game. It's a 2-0 victory. Back-to-back wins in today's episode in the Premier League against Burnley and now in the Carabao Cup against Derby County. We move on to the next one, though. I think it's Nottingham Forest next in the league. But we will find out together. A fantastic performance. Oh my goodness. Nelson Viper taking Balson. Those are some ridiculous numbers he's putting in at the early parts or early stages of this season. 11 goal involvement in 8 games. That's 6 goals and 5 assists. This start of the season incredibly for us. But after the win against Derby County, we did pick up an injury to Clayton Taylor in that game. I doubt it's anything too serious. Let's take a look here. I think, yeah, it was Clayton Taylor that was injured. He's only going to be out for 5 days, which is not too bad. With a bruised shoulder, certainly not going to be back in time for the next game. But we still top of the league, still only a point of both Manchester City. Only 3 points separated the top 4 at the moment as we prepare for our next game against Nottingham Forest. Now, I think this is going to be a much tougher game for us here at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest. We've had good games so far against Burnley and against Derby County without being spectacular, but we have done what we needed to do in those games. But I'm sure with the quality of Nottingham Forest, they will ask us 1 or 2 questions in this game. They've got Murillo, one of the centre-backs, James McAtee playing in that DM position, which is a surprise, but Morgan Gibbs-White and the number 10, Igor Jesus. And they've also got Sheik up front, the 2 strikers. It's not a bad team from Forest there, is it? But for us, we've gone with what probably is our best starting 11 on paper. I think it's only Thierry Small who gets a rest for this game, and that means Valentin Gomez starts in that left-back position. I mean, we won at the start of the... Oh, that's poor giveaway there from Forest. In the transfer window, I wanted to build a versatile team, and you could see why I wanted a centre-back who could give us cover in that left-back position, and a centre-back who could also play as a right-back, as Collins is doing. Oh, that's a good cross from Collins. Oh, you remember at the start of the season when we signed Van Bommel, I did say with his 6 foot height advantage, he's surely going to score 1 or 2 headers for us this season. He's come close a few times. Not quite there yet, but what a fantastic cross though from Collins. I'll tell you one thing about Collins that I've been really surprised. It's actually his ability to whip crosses from that right-hand side. He's more of a centre-back, isn't he? Doing a job at right back for us. His quality going forward. I've been a little bit surprised by Patrick Schick attacking that one, but it's narrowly off target. Substitutions here, and Marcel de Cruz is being replaced by Adeyemi, the speedster, who is going to go out wide for them. We've got to be careful with the substitution there of Adeyemi coming on. He's got the pace to change games. He's got the quality to change games as well. But here is Isaac Price waiting for the support of Collins. Collins on the right-hand side. I can see Van Bommel on the far post. Collins finds him. Oh my goodness. Two things we talked about earlier on in this game. The ability, the surprisingly ability of Collins to whip across, and Van Bommel, who we talked about, is surely going to score a few headers for us this season. I mean, he couldn't have, it would have been more difficult to miss that opportunity than to score. It was put on the plate for him. All he had to do was get it on target, and so he does with his 4th Premier League goal of the season. It's been one of those games where, again, we haven't looked spectacular, but when it's mattered, we have made the quality count here. Now, can we hang on? Couple of minutes of stoppage time added. Nottingham Forest playing it from the back. Makate finds Karim Adeyemi, who drives forward. The number 23. Look at his pace there. Isaac Toure was never going to catch him. No way. That's poor defending there. I think that was Valentin Gomez just couldn't get close enough. For some reason, he was going away from the danger. And Patrick Schick with a belter to that far post. Look at this. He just ran away past the ball for some reason. It's actually Hughes, our right-sided centre-back, who has made that error. But take nothing away, though, from that finish then from Patrick Schick to end his side of a point in this game. It looked like for a second we could have gone on to secure all 3 points again. Our unbeaten run continues, but we could only get a point on this one. I mean, we go into the next one. Come on, lads. And up next here for us in the Champions League is the Belgian side, Raoul Louvier, who is our 4th game in the league phase so far. It's 2 wins and a draw, 7 points in our opening 3 games in the Champions League. We want to make this a window because our next few games in the Champions League, we've got some difficult ones coming up, which I think Bayern Munich is one of those teams we will face very soon. I've made 1 or 2 questionable decisions for this one. Lloyd Yandel starts in the box-to-box midfield position. This is probably one of the easier games we will play in the Champions League, so why not use it to experiment a little bit. Clayton Taylor is back from his injury, which kept him out of the team against Nottingham Forest. His start in that left wing position. Bayuku starts at right back for us. This might just be tougher than we expect. I mean, so far they're keeping the ball quite well, Raul. And which, to be honest, I'm not surprised, because any team that makes it into the Champions League, they've always got decent attributes, right? You cannot be. I mean, there's some teams that are not the quality of the Bayerns, the PSG. Don't get me wrong, that's a good ball to Bundgaard. He's shown great pace there and strength to keep going. But yeah, not every teams would be your Bayerns, your PSG. Some teams are of lower level, but they have still got quality to be in the Champions League. Simon's there coming close with his left foot. Big save from the goalkeeper. We get a goal earlier on in this game. I can see it's one of those games where the sort of spaces that are opening up for us, we could go and put 3-4 past this team. But then again, if they score first, it could well make it a difficult game for us. That's a big opportunity for them, you know. Just before the 20th minute, our next game there against Arsenal in the league. I mean, I'm looking forward to that game against Arsenal, by the way. That's one of the reasons we made a few questionable decisions in terms of our starting 11 in this game. That's the best one. Philip Bundgaard, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He rarely lets you down. That's an assist, by the way, from Lloyd Yandel, playing in one of those midfield positions today. Cleverly played through there. I thought it was offside for a second, but it looks like he's beat the offside line there. Philip Bundgaard, look at that for a pass down from Lloyd Yandel. He's such a quality footballer, you know, Lloyd Yandel. He does everything so well. He's one of those players, proper technician we've got here in the team. Talking about technicians, McPherson seems to be looking like a technician for us. He's not starting this game, of course, but those two games that we saw him play, that's the second. Those two games that we saw him play against Burnley and against Derby County, 2 assists, picked up an assist in both games. Nelson Viper, of course, with his third Champions League goal here. We're beginning to produce technical players from the academy, which is nice to see, but that's the second one here. I did say if we scored early in this game, I fancied our chances to go on and score 3-4, and so far, we're on track to be able to do that, and surely that's the third. The second from Philip Bundgaard. It's another assist, I think, from Lloyd Yandel, picked up that assist, if I'm not mistaken. But Philip Bundgaard with his second goal of the Champions League campaign for him. Nice finish. He's having a good game here so far, Philip Bundgaard, by the way. A few substitutions have been made, which for some reason they didn't get to show us those players coming on. But one of them is Sam Dolby coming on, I think, to make his Champions League debut here. Conway also coming on to replace Clayton Taylor. Oh, we could still get one more in this game. Bayuku inverted on this occasion. Oh, Wang Yudong, I was tempted to play that pass there, but halted for a second. Bayuku pulls it back to Conway. And the left back could have got a goal to his name. I mean, he's a left back playing as a left winger in this game, which, I mean, I wanted to bring him on. There wasn't too many players that I could take off to bring him on. And given that Clayton Taylor has only just come back from injury, it made sense to make that substitution. But Sam Dolby, from scoring in the Championship to scoring in the Champions League, how time have changed for him. What a finish, though. If there's nothing, I mean, you could question a few things about Sam Dolby, but what you couldn't question was his ability to score goals for you. We saw that in the Championship in our first season, and it's gone on seasons after seasons to score goals for us in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, in the Europa League, and now doing it in the Champions League as well. Quite a comfortable game for us, this one, putting 4 past them in our 4th game of the league phase here. I mean, that's what you like to see, right? And we have saved the best for the last one of today's episode. It is Arsenal at the Toughsheet Community Stadium. We are putting our unbeaten run on the line here. 10 games unbeaten so far in the Premier League this season against an Arsenal side that 2 points separate both teams going into this game. I think we are on 22 points and Arsenal have got 20 at the moment and sitting 3rd in the Premier League right now, or maybe 2nd if I'm not mistaken. At the time of going into this game, it's Owen Goodman in goal, Collins, Hughes, Toure, and Thierry Small as the back 4, Bundgaard, Nelson Viper, and Ruben van Bommel as our forward trio for this one. Strong bench as well for us. Kanasechi starts in goal, Rubial. They have got Martin Odegaard in the team. Kai Havertz starts up front for them. I prefer to come up against Kai Havertz as opposed to maybe Victor Gyökeres, who I'm not sure if Arsenal have still got him on the ranks, but it's going to be a tough game for us either way. I mean, since Vincent Kompany took over at Arsenal, with the games against them have been much more open. Earlier on in our first and second season, even when we were in the Championship and we faced this Arsenal side, it was a lot more cagey affair. Both teams haven't started the game quite smoothly. Possession given away a few times, but on the break here, it's Simons driving us forward. Nelson Viper timed the run, and the defender was never going to catch him there. And 6 minutes into the game, we continue our fantastic start to the season. I'll tell you what we've been doing lately now. We're beginning to score goals quite early, which makes it much more difficult for our opponents when you score early. I'll tell you what a run though, what a finish. As soon as he made that run, Gabriel was never ever going to catch him there. The Arsenal number 6. His 8th goal of the Premier League season, I believe. What a start to the season. It's not just the goals, by the way. It's the assists, the chances it creates for us in this team. He's our very own. I mean, I don't want to put him in that same bracket just yet, but it gives us that sort of quality that you get from maybe a Harry Kane. I think it's more of a quality of a Joao Pedro right now. Strikers who can not just score goals, but also can create chances. That's a good ball to Ruben Van Bommel. That's, by the way, what an excellent tackle there from Thierry Small to recover possession back against Saka. Whichever wide player is come against Thierry Small, he's looked stronger than them. He's looked quicker than them. It's just a freak of nature, isn't it? I've really enjoyed using Thierry Small at that left back ever since we signed him for £5 million. By the way, from Preston North End. He's looking like a bargain up and down that left hand side. He never stops running. But Seagull plays in Javier Simons. Oh, Harvey Price? No, Isaac Price, I mean to say, with our second goal of the game. Fantastic build up there. We had to be really patient for the space to open up for us. And it's just run in between the fullback and the centre back. No one picking him up. And very good finish. We thought this was going to be a tough game for us against Arsenal. But so far, we've looked stronger than them. We've looked more physical than them. Oh, that's a poor tackle from Seagull. One of the things I looked at when we were promoted to the Premier League, I thought, I want to build a team that are physically stronger than most teams in the Premier League. And Arsenal was sort of the benchmark. If you could build a team that could match Arsenal's physicality, you've got a chance in this division, and so far we're doing that against them. It's been a comfortable first half. I would like it to stay that way going into the break and then regroup for the second half again. But Varela, the number 28, drives forward on that left-hand side. He pulls it back to Zubimendi, back to Varela. Stop the cross, please. Don't let him put a cross in the box. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard playing Kai Havertz, who turns his man. Oh, just couldn't get close enough to him there, Isaac Toure. I decided to start him in this game. I mean, he's 6'9" frame. It could be useful for us in the box in terms of set-piece scenarios. Arsenal are quite a physical team, but that time, though, he just couldn't get close enough to Kai Havertz there. Second half substitute, Varela is being replaced by Eberechi Eze coming up from the bench for Arsenal in this game. The last time he came off the bench against us was when Zubimendi picked up an injury last season, and he pretty much scored immediately with his first kick of the game from coming off from the bench. You would hope he doesn't do the same again against us. That's a good save from Goodmans. He's not had much to do in this game, but when he was scored upon there, he didn't let us down. We've done well to sort of control certain areas in the second half. We've not let Arsenal look that much dangerous at all. That could maybe change here though. Nuno Mendes puts a cross to the far post. Thierry Small, fantastically dealt with there from the left back. He's been sensational in this game, by the way. My man of the match so far. Sigo, unless maybe Viper can score his second goal of the game here. It's straight into the hands of Kanasachi, and that means for me, Thierry Small remains the man of the match. Fantastic performance, especially that first half. In the second half, we didn't need to do much, but rather control certain areas in the game and not let Arsenal be dangerous. And we did exactly that. They did get one or two chances in the second half. Goalkeeper made a big save in the second half, but other than that, not much from them. Fantastic victory for us, and our unbeaten run continues. Just taking a look at some of the results then for the last round of Premier League fixtures. Brentford getting the win against Fulham. West Ham winning away from home there. Sunderland and Aston Villa all winning away from home. But oh my goodness, Sheffield United getting a 2-1 victory against Manchester City. Sheffield United are in and around the bottom three right now, if I'm not mistaken. Tougher games are coming for us, though, in the next episode. And Bayern Munich in the Champions League, Liverpool in the league, Crystal Palace. Some big games coming up there for us. But we're back top of the league with that defeat to Manchester City in the Premier League, which incredible from Sheffield United there. But we're 2 points clear of City. Arsenal remain third on 20 points. And Sunderland have gone into the top four now. Incredible start for the Black Cats in the top four. You've got Liverpool in fifth, Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea. Some of those games, or some of those teams have got a game in hand, by the way. But Burnley, Sheffield United, second bottom, and Bournemouth in the bottom three right now, who face Manchester City in their next game. I mean, if Sheffield United can do it, surely Bournemouth can do it as well. But before we end today's episode, we're just going to take a look at the race for the Golden Boots here. Igor Jesus leading the way, 9 goals in 11 games. Johan Visa, you've got Nelson Viper in there, 8 goals, good start for him this season. Liam Delap, 7 goals for Chelsea. You've got Matthias Tell, Victor Gyökeres, and Nick Voltimada. You've got Romain Esse as well for Fulham, who scored 6 goals this season. For assist, Mikey Moore leads the way. Curtis Jones in there. Abdi, you've got Voltimada. I called him a 9.5 when we faced Newcastle, didn't I? He's not just a goal scorer, he's a creator as well. Exactly the same as Nelson Viper to some extent, except Viper is more of an out-and-out goal scorer as well. But for clean sheets, you've got Emiliano Martinez leading the way. Owen Goodman also on 4 clean sheets this season. We're not keeping as many clean sheets as we kept last season. I didn't expect us to go on to keep 20 plus clean sheets again. That was incredible last season. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.